You're getting some notice these days. I've been reading a lot of good stuff about the Caine Riordan stuff.
Thank you.
You know, those of Scalzi had those on one of his lists at a point,
Yes.
didn't it? You know? Yeah. They've made a couple other best of the year lists, haven't
they? They've done pretty well. Generally, Nebula finalists
that's
qualify as.
Yeah.
And so the first three and the fourth, I don't think the fourth is going to go Nebula. I don't think it's the right book for Nebula. I think when you're four into a series, I would hold some modest hope for the fifth because it really turns things around. But you really got to change things.
Does any of this change your outlook on it?
On what?
On the series, on writing it. Do you look at it and say, well, I'm doing something right, I'm going to keep doing it like this? Or do you just plod on ahead doing what you were doing?
No, I'm both too stupid and arrogant to change. I knew I wanted to do this for a long time, and I knew what it was about. And I would say that for me, it's just gratifying that there's been an audience for it.
How far ahead are you plotted right now?
Ooh, so
I know you do deep plotting.
Yes. That would be a fair statement, I think. I'm clearly plotted. 5 is totally plotted. 6, 7, 8. I wouldn't say I have it anything like part by part, but I know what each one of those books does. Yes. 9, I'm a little uncertain about, simply because there's things that I know could come up in those, and although I'm for the most part, for those folks who are familiar with the plotter, the pantser, the plotter being the person who does it all out ahead of time, the pantser is I'm just going to discover. I'm mostly a plotter, but if I find something, if something just hits me, I don't turn off. I never shut a floodgate. So if I'm writing in that series and something strikes me for 1632, I'm going to jump there and I do it. If I see something 2 books ahead, I'm going to do that. And I could see a couple of things which might change whatever I'm thinking now about book 9. I could easily see that happen. So that's about as far out as I'm plotting.
Do you have anything in the 1632 universe that you haven't gotten to do yet that you really want to do?
The only reason I haven't gotten to do it is because I have to get to the books. So I'm working on a sequel to Papal Stakes right now, which is called The Vatican Sanction. Then I do the 5th Caine Riordan book, which is called Mark of Caine, and Mark of Caine is spelled M-A-R-Q-U-E. Okay. So you can see perhaps where that follows after Caine's Mutiny, which is number 4. Then the very next book I do is another 1632 book, which is the sequel to the one set in the Caribbean, which is I'm really looking forward to that because I love the setting, I love the characters. There has been other stuff, and as a matter of fact, there's somebody, the camera won't get him, but there's somebody in this very room, Robert Waters, who has actually we've taken a character and we get the swing pan. Excellent. Okay. Hi, Mom. No, but anyway, so there was a character introduced in that, which actually, so there's a kind of interesting story here. Robert had I can't even remember the genesis of this. I knew I was thinking about what the origin story would be for when Trump gets kicked out of Europe and how he gets into the Caribbean. And I spoke with Robert about it, and Robert just took the notes I had and ran with it. We knew there was a novella there, but we were sort of wondering how this was going to come about, how it was going to get published, and then we just approached Eric, and he said, "Sure, do a novel." So this time I'm in Eric's role. Eric is he'll read it after I work with Robert on it, which is sort of going to be really easy because Robert is already a huge pro.
You don't have to tell me how Robert's writing. I've published several of his stories to some degree.
So there you go. So you know. And so that one is called Calabar's War. He's a character that actually, since this was going on, I was actually able to insert that character into Commander Cantrell in the West Indies, so he's already established in the timeline, and we'll actually see some of the same scenes from his point of view in Calabar's War, and it is a very, very different take. So I'm really looking forward to that book, and then there's one, and I can't say much about it, where Admiral Simpson has to engage the Ottoman fleet in the Mediterranean, and he is terribly outnumbered, and I am looking forward to that.
That sounds like fun. That's a good place to stop, because we're right out of time.
All right.
Cool. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah, that was good. Thanks, everyone.